flashing my Dodger fitted, playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting what do for a purse, disgusting what do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that out. You gotta pay money. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the
In the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while, because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
2nd and 8.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Play action. Garoppolo. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken to 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to find Gallup here complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Running left, Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Start. 11. Mike, 53.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On 2. 11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got to.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On first down, Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, now Garoppolo.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he gets it down to the 32. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flushed out right.
And Garoppolo, wisely, given his injury history, sliding to the ground there after picking up the 1st down.
After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Got an open man. That's Campbell.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This goes out right to Doyle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Mack.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo, the quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. On the sneak is Garoppolo. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow flush to his right. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To the air again, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Escaping the pressure right.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On 2, right?
58, the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
And that's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12.
Now it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo rolling to his right.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Some of this.
Fights off the defender. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
$13 yards remaining on second down.
Play action. Garoppolo.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that. Defensively, a potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. There's Garoppolo to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
With the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. He's got Njoku over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they called the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
There he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20.
You thought you had it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2.
Garoppolo looking to throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And this is caught. And all the way in.
Jamar Chase,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off at the 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a second down and 6. Again, it's Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
11, 11, Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll roll him out right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Rolling to his right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Here we go. Ready?
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Down right around the 25. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it, and they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And Burrow's going to look to throw for...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw. He's got Jack Doyle, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kevin King with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. They're clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.